everybody, this is Richard from North Texas Ball Cards, and you are looking at the May box from RetroWaxBox. Website is slatersportscards.com. This is the first box we've purchased from them, and you get 25 packs of cards ranging from the mid 80s through the mid to late 90s, I think, mid to late 90s. So let's see what we get in this one. You also get a cool little itinerary. You also get oh, here it is right here. That's our itinerary. For this box, we get 82 Fleer. How about we move it out of the way so everybody can see? 82 Fleer, 86 Tops, 87 Fleer, 87 Donruss, 87 Tops, 89 Donruss, 90 Score, 91 Tops, 93 Tops, and it says some additional unopened packs from 82 to 94. So let's see how this box, I gave up on Collectible Card Club because it was just too expensive. I got where I wasn't getting the deal that I really should. I was only getting 15 packs, and with this I'm getting 25, and it turns out to be about $5 cheaper. So I think this is going to be a better deal for us. Let's see, we're starting off with a hanger pack. Tops, what year, 86? Yeah, 86 Tops. Turn back the clock, Roger Maris. I really wish I'd find a real one of those. So that's that. And we got some Donruss. 83 Donruss. Another hanger, another cello pack of, I can't read it. Let me zoom in with my old eyes. 80, it says 88 on there. I can't be right. I don't think that's right. How about I'll zoom in on it with my patented Mark I eyeball. 89. 89. Okay, that's better. 89 Tops. Never a bad thing. We got some 92 Fleer, 91 Fleer, 92 Tops, 91 Leaf, 90 Upper Deck, 91 Donruss, and 88 Fleer, 88 Score, 82 Fleer, and 93 Tops. So we're getting a few packs that we haven't really seen before on this channel. Some 92 Stadium Club, some 89 Score, Tops Big, don't remember what year that was, 88 it says on the back, some 91 Stadium Club, some 90 Score, 91 Donruss. I really wish these would be the Desert Shield version, but I'm pretty sure they won't be. 89 Donruss, 87 Fleer, 91, 87. Man, I still can't get those years right. And 87 Tops. So that's what we've got this time. And I think with shipping, shipping's free on this. The pack comes to $60, I believe, $59.95 if I remember right, a month for more packs. So can't really go wrong with that, in my opinion. Pretty much guaranteed to destroy this pack. Sorry for the minor earthquake. I just hit the table. All right, Greg Jeffries is starting us off. Mike Lacoste, Gary Gaetti, Dallas Green, John Candelaria, Roberto Kelly. Cardinals leaders, Sherman Corbett, Todd Worrell, Walt Terrell, Bill Swift, Dwayne Henry, Jay Howell, Chad Kreuter with our Texas Rangers, put that off to the side, Kurt Stillwell, Johnny Paredes, Dwight Evans, Charlie Pulio, Tony Fernandez, Frank Tanana, Hojo Howard Johnson, Jim Snyder, Luis Salazar, Mark Clear, Joe Carter, Mark Davis, Sil Camposano, Bob Brower, Hall of Famer, the late great Fernando Valenzuela, Vince Coleman, Joe Ursulak, Jeff Pico, Rod Nichols, Jeff Hamilton, there's Vince Coleman again, Jeff Bittinger, John Waffen, Les Lancaster, Mickey Hatcher, Greg Minton, Alan Ashby, Hall of Famer Kirby Puckett, Mike Henneman, and Mike Boddicker. So that's not a bad pack to start out with. And it's got us a Rangers card right off the bat. And let's go for some Donruss. Some 88 Donruss. 88 Donruss. Gotta take this off here so I'm not jostling the camera. We got 3 puzzle pieces. Of course, I don't do the puzzles, so. And throw those in the garbage. All right, here we go. Wade Boggs. That's how we're gonna go. We're gonna start off with the good stuff. Mike Diaz, Andy McGaffigan, Fred Manrique, Harry Spillman, Tom Brookins, Tony Phillips, Ken Williams. I gotta see what I can do about not jostling the camera too much. Jerry Mumphrey, Ed Correa, Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr., Mike Scott, Wayne Tollison, Rob Thompson, and Kirk McCaskill. There's our first puzzle piece. Jose Uribe, Mackie Sasser, Eddie Williams, Matt Noakes, David Palmer, Mike Gallego, Cal Daniels, Jim Gott, Mike Sosha. There you go, Bo Nose, Bo Jackson, Jack Howell, Rick Aguilera, Ted Simmons, Benito Santiago, a checklist, another puzzle piece, Franklin Stubbs, Bill Dolly, Garth Aorg, Jeff Robinson, Floyd Humans, checklist again, Bill Wegman, Kurt Stillwell, Steve Farr, Hall of Famer Barry Larkin, Gary Templeton, Mike Pagliarulo, Pat Tabler, Larry Anderson, and Ed Nunez finishing off this pack. Now these cards all look to be in excellent condition. Found one here. It feels like it's a little bit miscut in the stack, but that's not bad. And how about our last hanger pack? Be some more tops. And let's see if we can open this without shredding it. Now, that didn't work as well as I would have liked. Alrighty, let's crack on here. There are 86 tops. Rick Sutcliffe is going to start us off. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Brett Saberhagen, another one. Steve Henderson. Don Sutton, Dennis Rasmussen, Jack Howell, I can read it upside down, Gary Carter, Hall of Famer, record breaker, that's going to be Fernando Valenzuela, Billy Sample, Chris Brown, Ron Guidry, Willie McGee, Larry Sheets, Ken Dixon, Rick Waits. Golly, every other one's turned upside down. Bill Lasky, Turn Back the Clock, Roger Maris, Mike Krukow, Rich Bordy, Don Robinson, Bobby Valentine with the Rangers. We'll put him off to the side. So he'll go directly into the box. Cubs leaders. Bob Stanley. Andy Hawkins. Bob Rogers. Steve Kemp. Nate Snell. Andre Robertson. Gary Lucas, Tom Filer, Ray Fontenot, Darryl Miller, Tony Gwynn All-Star card. There you go. Rick Reuschel. Give the camera time to settle. Carlton Fisk. Andre Thornton, Don Baylor, and somebody else. Steve Carlton, Tommy Lasorda, the late great Eddie Whitson, Brad Kaminsk, Al Cowens, Rance Mullenix, Scott Sanderson, Keith Hernandez, Bob Gibson, Eddie Nunez, Marvell Wynn, and John Felsky. At first, I didn't care for the 86 design, but I kind of like it now. It's kind of grown on me a little bit. I still like the old 1982 tops. That's where I cut my teeth on when I started trading. Okay. 87 tops with gum in it. Let's see who got sacrificed to the gum gods. Dave Dravecki. Came off pretty cleanly. A little bit of residue there. But I will use the patented pantyhose trick to get the wax residue off. That one's kind of messed up too. There's our propaganda piece. I don't think we're going to go to spring training in 87. Tim Conroy, Steve Boros, Len Dykstra, Mike Lavalier, Darryl Strawberry, Jim Clancy, Benny DiStefano. There's another Dave Trevecchi, and we saw him earlier. Lonnie Smith, Raphael Belliard, Charlie Huff, the Rangers, put him aside. Pete Rose, Hall of Famer, soon to be, probably, now that they've lifted his ban. Len Matuzek, Tommy Lasorda, Rick Royschel, Chuck Tanner, and Ben Ogilvy. Not a bad pack there. It's Memorial Day as I shoot this, so I'm thinking the June box should be here shortly. Okay, let's go for some Donruss. And puzzle piece. George Frazier leads us off. Greg Walker, Ken Dixon, Bruce Fields, Dave Winfield, Tim Burke, Danny Darwin, Gino Petralli, Scott Geraltz, Ricky Henderson, the great Ricky Henderson, Hall of Famer, Brian Fisher, Kevin McReynolds, Mike Brown, Mike Witt, and Steve Sachs Diamond Kings. Excuse me, guys. I got to stretch my leg out a little bit. Sucks getting old. 87 Fleer is up next. Here's our stickers, Brewers, and the Mets. And a Padres thing on the back. Phil Necro, Andy McGaffigan, Chuck Finley, Dennis Lamp, Pedro Guerrero, Vlad Jr.'s daddy's daddy, I think, Lloyd Mosby, Steve Sachs, Tony Walker, Ron Darling, the great Ron Darling, Relio Lopez, Donnie Moore, Danny Cox, Mike Kingery, Bob Dernier, Chris Welsh, another Hall of Famer, Mike Schmidt, and Glenn Hubbard. Pack back together. Oh, sorry. I got a box collapsing on me. There we go. To lower it down to the floor. And this is some 89 Donruss is up next. Chris Spire, Tom Prince, Mark Lemke, Eric King, Juan Castillo, Rolando Rooms, Barry Lyons, Tom Prince again. Didn't we just have a Tom Prince? Yep, there we are. Darnell Coles, Pat Borders, Steve Lombardozzi, Vince Coleman Diamond Kings, Dwayne Howard, Randy Bush, and Rick Aguilera. Notice we didn't get any 89 Fleer this time. Oh well. Maybe that's something that comes up seasonally. How about we do some 91 Tops? And it's got the gum in it. Oh, I see a Mark McGwire in there right off the bat. And the gum gods demanded the sacrifice of Rob Dibble. Sorry, Rob. There's our propaganda card. We will put Rob Dibble in the back so he's not contaminating the rest of the gene pool. Ted Power, Bob Tewksbury, Gerald Clark, Jeff Hewson. There we are, Jose Canseco, Daryl Irvine, John Burkett. Thank you. Mark McGuire. We'll have to hang on to that one. Jack Morris. Carl Everett, #1 draft pick. Julio Machado. Brett Butler. Turner Ward. Mike York. And there's our friend Rob Dibble, who sacrificed himself to the Gum Gods. A couple of good ones to hang on to in there. That's right here. How about we go for the trash bag cards? 90 score, wrapped in a garbage bag. Gerald Young is going to get us going. Greg Minton, we've seen him before. Dave Smith. Doyle Alexander. Juan Beringer. American League 85 nothing. Kirby Puckett. There's Ron Darling again. Herman Gonzalez. Tim Burke. Denny Heap. Pete Harnish. Mark Thurmond. Bobby Thigpen. Marquise Grissom. Mike Stanton. And Charles Nagy, 1990 rookie. So what, do any of you other guys have any subscription boxes? I mean, hopefully y'all are not just watching me, you're actually ripping some cards of your own. What other subscription boxes? We know there's Collectible Card Club out there, and now RetroWaxBox. I don't know if there's any others out there, so tell me what I'm missing. Oh, I was worried about this. Was the 91 Stadium Clubs. These are notoriously bricky, but these actually feel pretty like they're pretty good shape. All right, for a change. Al Newman with his bubble gum in his mouth at the plate. Greg Vaughn. Ellis Burks. Sid Fernandez. Propaganda Piece. Rob Dibble, he makes up for sacrificing himself to the gods, to the Gum Gods. Gene Larkin. Oh, and got a little bit of stickage. Jeff Gray, see if he's stuck to anybody. Yes, he is. Let's see, come on. There we go. There's Jeff Gray. Jeff Gray. And Dan Pasqua. Ozzie Smith. Bill Dorn. Doc Gooden. There we are. And the last card is Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, the Stadium Club and the other ones I always seem to get in the other pack, in the other box, always seem to be bricked up. These ones look like, these felt like they were okay. How about, put that there. How about we go with Topps Big? Series 2. Propaganda Piece. Kelly Gruber. checklist. That seems to be a waste. Doug Drabeck, Lloyd Mosby, Mitch Webster, Jim Penkovitz, and Dave Henderson finishes out the pack. That's one thing I don't care for with the current packs, the current baseball card products out there. I don't like the 25 different parallels and inserts and all that. I don't mind one or two, but yeah, we don't need red, blue, and green and super refractor this and ultra gold retro blah blah blah. I just don't need that. I'd rather have more cards, more regular player cards. All right, what year did I say these were? Oh, these are 89 score. Gerald Young, John Shelby, Gary Gaetti, Kurt Stillwell, Craig Lefferts, Tony Armas, trivia card thing, Luis Salazar, John Cerruti, Rafael Santana, Don Robinson, Mickey Hatcher, Ted Power, Mike Scott, Tom Glavine, Ernest Riles, and Jeff Leonard. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody at the door. I don't know if I'm hearing things. There's no mail today since it's a federal holiday here in the U.S. But it doesn't mean FedEx and Amazon and everything else still aren't delivering. What year is this? Our next one is going to be 92 Stadium Club. Well, these ones don't feel to be bricky either. Maybe it was just, what's its face? Collectible Card Club that had them. There's our propaganda piece. Paul McClellan, Danny Cox, Pedro Munoz, Cal Eldred, Tim Tuffle, Hojo, Howard Johnson, Frank Thomas. There we go. That looks like it's in really good shape. I have to put Frank Thomas in the in a sleeve and make sure he's taken care of. Doc Gooden, another one. Oh, Thunder. Carlos Martinez, Pudge Rodriguez. That's one we're going to definitely be saving. Chris Noboltz, Danny Jackson. Wow, these aren't bricked up at all. Bruce Walton, and Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. And John Barfield finishes out the pack. There are some good ones in that one. I'm starting to think maybe Collectible Card Club was doing me wrong. All right, let's see. 93 Topps. Might have to turn on my ham radio and see if the storm spotters are doing anything today. I don't think I've got them programmed in my big radio. Okay. Anywho, back to the action. John Dobson. I don't like that. Topps Gold. Can't hardly read it. Vince Horseman. Rod Nichols. Wally Whitehurst. Willie Randolph. Skeeter Barnes. Mike Morgan. Mike Perez. Trevor Wilson, Corey Snyder, Frank Seminara, Cecil Fielder, okay, Charlie O'Brien, Mark Gardner, and Eric Hansen finishes off the pack. No Rangers, wow. Fine, be that way then. And how about some 82 Fleer next? And there's our sticker, Padres sticker. Don't need that. Tom Boggs. I wonder if he's related to Wade. Jim Slayton, Bill Campbell, Steve Renko, Bobby Grich, Dale Berra, Jim Dwyer, Ron Davis, Cesar Cedeno, Dave Steeb, Rick Mahler, Joe Pittman, Joe Edelin, I guess, Fred Patek, and Gary Alexander. That one sounds familiar. Gary Alexander. I'd like to thank everybody who's stuck with me all this time. I appreciate everybody who subscribes to the channel and likes and watches the videos, and those that comment say, hey, where's the next pack? Yeah, I thank you, Eric. Sometimes I just need a fire lit under me to... What are we looking at here? We're looking at some more 88 score. Let me sharpen my knife. Pete O'Brien. Boy, these are in really good condition. Pete O'Brien, Lee Smith, David Cohn does the play-by-play for ESPN on Sunday nights, Chris Bando, Roger McDowell, a waste of space in the pack, Jose Oquendo, Al Newman, Don Slott, Pat Clements, Mark Davis, hey now, Chris James, Walt Terrell, Joe Bover, Greg Booker, Eric Nolte, Donnie Hill, and Gene Nelson. Well, so far, it just sounds like it's a lot of thunder. Doesn't sound like it's raining. Doesn't sound like it's going to be anything serious. So, and I haven't got any alerts on my phone. So let's carry on. We are now looking at 88 Fleer, and our sticker is the Mariners. Les Straker, Wally Ritchie, Ed Vandenberg, John Franco, Jose Nunez, Rob Malakote, Floyd Bannister, Jerry Mumfree, Dale Dale Murphy, Dave Hengel, Chris Spire, the late Chet Lemon, we just lost him less than a month ago, Ed Whitson, and Ken Gerhardt. Yeah, we lost Chet. See, it's earlier this month, I think, so towards the beginning of May. And Some more Donruss. I think these are 91s. Puzzle piece. Yeah, 91. I'll be damned. Mark Grant is going to start us off. Keith Miller. Greg Harris. Delino DeShields. Jeff Kelly. Jeff Treadway. Cal Daniels. Jim Laritz. Dave Stewart. Jeff Reardon. Mel Stoudemire. There's Mike Pagliarulo again. Steve Finley. Tom Gordon. And our Diamond Kings is Craig Biggio. I hope it's not raining too hard out there because it's going to wash away all the grass seed I put down a couple of nights ago. And I don't need it washing away all my grass seed. But I do appreciate it saving on my water bill, though, because I've been having to water every 4 hours for a few minutes anyway to keep the grass seed from drying out. Von Hayes, what did I say we were looking at here? We are looking at 1990 Upper Deck. Lloyd Mosby, Cecil Espy, Dwight Smith. Oh, man. Who's in charge of collating these things? Let's see if I can get that sticker off there. Oh, well, screw it. I guess we'll do it this way. Terry Francona. Rolando Rooms. Gino Petrali, excuse me. Steve Farr. Neil Heaton. Luis Salazar. Harold Baines. I didn't know he played for Texas at one time. Interesting. Gary Templeton. Jeff Ballard. Wally Whitehurst. And Herm Winningham. And our sticker looks like it was the Mariners. How about some 91 Leaf? And our puzzle piece. Okay, we got a checklist to start us off. Chuck Carey, Dick Schofield, Lee Guterman, Chuck Finley, Roberto Kelly, Wally Joyner, Dave Steeb, Matt Noakes, Luis Polonia, Mike Witt, Mark Langston, Greg Maddox, now with the Rangers front office, Dickie Thon, and Paul Assenmacher. Paul Assmaker. Alrighty then. Okay, 3 packs to go. Here's the last of the tops. This is 92 tops. See if I can I always want to get them out without destroying them. There's our propaganda piece. Alex Cole is going to start us off. Barry Larkin, here we are. Jeff Reed, Kurt Young, Kirk Gibson, Rick Saroni, Tim Leary, Hall of Famer Carlton Fisk, Roger Clemens, the Rocket Man. Ozzie Smith. Willie Wilson. Brent Gates, draft pick. Can't say I've ever heard of him. Luis Gonzalez. Tom Glavine, now him I have heard a thing or two about. And Jeff Bagwell. And then there were two. How about 91 Fleer Ultra? And our sticker is the Expos. Walt Weiss. There's David Cohn again. Kelly Gruber. Reggie Jefferson. Pat Borders. Ellis Burks. Jose Canseco. Luis Rivera. Dave Valley. Sean Dunston. Norm Carlton. Kevin McReynolds. Nolan Ryan, and Mr. Gerald Williams. Nolan Ryan in the pack made it all worth it. Speaking of my collection, all my Rangers and whatnot, I actually have started getting things organized. I've got 3 of those 3,000 count boxes. I've got those full and marked, but those are only from 21 through 23. So, and I'm working on 24 and 25. I've got 24 all in the books, all in the system and in my spreadsheet and in the Collectible Card Club. Our last pack, by the way, is Fleer Ultra from 92. Still haven't opened. I've only opened a few 2025. I don't think I've opened any 2025. So maybe I'll strike while the iron's hot and I'll open these. I've got 4 retail boxes of 2025 Series 1 and 2, 4, 6, 8 hanger packs, because we all know, no, I'm sorry, I got 11 hanger packs, because hangers be bangers. And also I've got a few other 2025 packs, retail. They're not hanger packs in the cardboard boxes, they're in the little sleeves. So anyway, we'll see if we can get some of those up. And let's get our deck oriented correctly. Mark Langston is going to start us. Tom Henke, who's sticking only slightly to Tim Jones. Scott Scudder, Junior Felix, Jim Gantner, Bill Gullickson, wow, that one's hard to read, Chuck McElroy, Danny Tartable, John Ferenco, Dave Wainhouse, Tim Belcher, Stan Belinda, and our last card of the festivities this time, Roberto Hernandez. Well, what do y'all think? Leave me a comment for the video. Tell me what you think of this compared to Collectible Card Club. I like it, but that's just me. I like that I'm not getting screwed, for one thing. I like that I'm getting more cards for less money, and a good selection. There's a pretty wide array there. I like that. I also like that I get some packs that I don't normally see, like the cello packs, the top cello packs we did earlier. So let me know what y'all think, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to help me out and like and subscribe and all that if you like this kind of content, so we can get more of it out there. And work YouTube to our advantage. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Richard from North Texas Ball Cards, and y'all have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching.